Oh, snap. Hey, I know Matt is in my green room, and I apologize, but I can't even talk to you when I'm in the session like that, because everything we say will be recorded, but I'm going to get you on live in a second. We're going to kick it. People, listen, that was fire. Don't burn yourself as you're coming into the studio. I'm Madjef. I'm your guest tonight, man, and welcome to the Madjef Music Show. I said I was your guest, because there's always a flub on live TV. My guest is in the green room. Obviously, I am your host. I'm Madjef. What's up? That's me. Welcome me to the show, folks. You know who I am. You can clap for me or you can applaud for me. Whatever you choose to do. It all raises my self-esteem, man. I'm so excited that you folks are here with me today. Man, I'm live on the show and it's good to be back. I'm glad that I'm here because it gives me a chance to talk about a cool guest and some cool current affairs and things like that and so forth. I hope everything is going well. I hope you can hear me out there in virtual land. I got a really exciting guest today, and I'm excited to bring him to the show, talk a little bit about his music. And before I get into that, I want to get into just a couple other things, a couple news things that I usually get into before the start of the show. One of those things is I want to talk about just briefly is that, oh yeah, by the way, you know this. We definitely all the way live. We all the way live without question. So without question, we are live. That's Eddie, he in the studio with us. But check this out, man. These guys right here have teamed up, bro. And I don't even know what to say. When you get these guys on the same squad, bro, I don't even know if that's fair. Because these is two of the baddest dudes in the industry right here, Bruno Mars and Andrew Pop. And him hitting on drums and him on bass or guitar is a win-win, win-win. And their new single is all over the place and it's crazy. It's funky tight. New album, they got the whole thing popping. So I'm excited for them. But them young cats, man, they're doing cool things, man. It's awesome. It really is a good thing. Another cool thing that I think is happening right now in the world that people are talking about, I know my friends are, is this movie right here, man. They talk about this movie, boy. Yeah, boy, they talk about Eddie. Everybody talking about Eddie right now, and some of it's good and some of it's bad. People are saying, the script could have been better. You know, the actors are old, but what do you expect, man? How many years ago was that movie? 140 years the original was, I think, something like that. I'm not even sure. But, anyway, enough about that. I mean, I'm excited that there's a movie out that is, as dope as Coming to America, that employs people to make films and be comedians and stand up and have a good time and show people what it's like to be entertained. Anyway, welcome to the show. That's enough for me. Anyway, guess what? My guest, I don't know if you know, he's not a household name, but dig this, though. The brother is funky, and he goes deep. And what I like about him is that he come all the way across the world to hang out with us today. I got graphics, baby. Yo, look at this dude right here. This is Matt Hoy. And how do we know Matt Hoy? Because he's in this group right here, man. A group that you know and love, UB40. He's been in this group for many, many years. I got some video clips of that too. I'm gonna try to get into. But this is Matt's single "Strong," which dropped last night, I believe. It dropped last night. And it's everywhere on Amazon and you know all those places. You know those places: Apple, Amazon, Spotify, DistroKid. You can get this record out there. So I'm excited because my guy is here in the studio with me right now. I'm gonna try to avoid all of the technical complications that go along with this type of thing and bring my man in to the session. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man right here is the guy you're listening to that's singing the song right here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Matt Hoy. Could you do that for me, please?
Jeff. How we doing, brother?
We are doing just fine, man. We are doing so fine. I'm so glad you could tune in from all the way over across the world. You see my graphic?
Because all I can see is me. Listen, my technology went down with the Titanic, so it's, you have to bear with me.
Well, if you can see yourself and you can hear me, then we're off to a great start.
We're rocking.
If you can't see my graphics and all the bells and whistles that I'm tossing at the folks in the audience, then, I'm sad for you. I'm sad for you, and I'm going to talk to John, and I'm going to talk to Aaron immediately after this interview, and we're going to get right into that. Like, that shouldn't be.
Good.
Because you're a boss, man. So listen, welcome to the show, man, and now we're in a two-shot. Dig this. Is this sexy or what?
That's better now. That's better.
All right.
This is cool, man. Thank you so much for having me on. It's an honor, man. It's an honor.
Oh, man, it's great to have you on. Listen, I'm seeing you wearing an LA hat, though. So.
Listen, don't read too much into it, Jeff. I collect these as I travel around.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, because I know
San Diego.
Because I know you're a British
San
chap.
Diego one here.
Because you're a British
Yeah,
chap.
I am a British chap. Yeah, I got a San Diego one. I got them all.
So do you like American sports? Is that why you collect those, or?
No, it was just a thing from back in the day when I was a kid. It was just a friend of mine went to Canada and he got a Toronto Blue Jays baseball cap.
Those are nice, though.
Baseball caps.
Those are nice.
That's
Toronto,
a nice cap.
Toronto Blue Jays will do you in, boy. That's
see. But it was just from then on. I've just got addicted to them. So
you got to wear a white tee with that Toronto Blue Jays. But that's a whole other discussion.
Well, I'm nearly going to trouble in America, in Missouri, for wearing a Yankees hat once, and that we won't talk about that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm all Yankees, so I'm Yankee all day. So hey, make me mad. Hey man,
sorry, I should have thought about that. Sorry.
No. Of course not. That doesn't matter, man. That doesn't matter. I say that just to let you know that if I have this is my thing too. I love a good baseball cap, so I'm going to bring that up here. See, we got some comments, and if people are talking to us, man, trying to holler at us a little bit, and I'm trying to run all this technology at the same time as get to know you, bro. But hello and greetings from Matt in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So we are effectively reaching out all over the world, man. Right now, talking to people, and people are hanging out with us, and that's an awesome thing, man. Isn't that great?
It makes the world such a wonderful place when people talk, and it brings it in closer. You know what I'm saying? It brings all. But when you travel so much, the world does become a smaller place. And it's so
definitely.
Wonderful.
Well, Matt, talk to me a little bit about the group, because for 11 or 12 years or so, I guess you've been a member of this iconic group. I mean, and everybody knows this group. I mean, right? The song Red. Listen, man, everybody has heard this record in the world.
It is, but you know what? Before we go on, that picture, you need to take that picture down. You see, back in the UK, there's 2 UB40s. Oh. And I'm not part of that one. So that's going to be slicing and dicing if they see that,
Oh, see, and I was thinking, I didn't want to embarrass you and say, well, Matt, you look a little heavier in that one over there.
Jeez and bees. You can't say that, Nace. That's not me. That's not me in that one. So,
see, this is live too.
Material, that picture. But when back in the day, 11, 12 years ago, when Ali Campbell, the lead singer, left the original lineup, that's the UB40 I joined.
So how long have you been in this particular band?
Well, I've been backing singer and singing with Ali Campbell and Astro from UB40 for the last 11 years.
Well, let me ask you this. Is this you?
That's me.
Is this you in the background?
That's me. That's me.
I had these clips.
Denver.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that too. I wish I had a picture. And the reason I want to talk to you about Denver is because you guys played at the Red Rock outdoor Red Rock Coliseum, that show, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Listen,
fabulous.
I've been all over the world, man. I've been all over the world, and that is one of the places that I just saw pictures of. And I know there's a Coliseum built into those rocks, and it is on my bucket list of places to go. It's right here in America. I think I should be able to do that.
It's phenomenal, mate. It's like the Flintstones was based on Red Rocks. Wow. That's what it feels like when you're there. And the dressing rooms backstage, the chairs and the sofas and everything are kind of built in within the rock face. It's amazing, amazing. But when we actually played there, it was about -2. So when we were trying to get people to sing along to Red Red Wine, it was a bit hard because everybody was freezing. They were shivering, and they got coats and hats on, and you could see the steam coming out of their breath. And yeah, but we did it. It was a great show. It's just a beautiful play.
What an amazing that officially qualifies, that Red Red Wine, the song officially qualifies as one of those songs, doesn't it? Because boy, oh boy, if you're at a party, any kind of party, and that song comes on, it's instantaneous. People are on the dance floor singing that and getting drunk.
Well, listen, I've been with the band for 11 years. And you see, the thing for me back in the day when I was young, UB40 are from where I'm from in Birmingham. They were like the Beatles of Birmingham when I was a kid. So to join Ali and sing that song on stage with him when I've grown up with it, it never gets old. And every show, you guarantee, as soon as that first note drops, the crowd go mental. And it never gets old. It never gets old. It's such a tune.
And it was one of those songs, if I remember correctly, during the MTV era. It was one of those things that suddenly you could see a band from the UK that was playing ska type music and such, and it was available to us in America. For me,
Yeah.
I'm a lover of music, so I was already heavy into to ska, into the reggae thing. But you, I mean, what's your background that you are in a reggae band and you're doing reggae music at this point in your life? What brings you to this state?
Well, the thing, I mean, basically, I was a jobbing singer, and I got asked by my agent if I fancied auditioning for UB40, well, to be backing singer for Ali Campbell initially. I'd never done any reggae. The only reggae I knew was UB40 and Bob Marley. So for the last 11 years, I've had a crash course and been indoctrinated into the world of reggae, which has been amazing because for me, starting off in my career, my first love is R&B, all day long. You know, I mean, I started off when I was 8 years old. My friend who lived next door to me in the flats apartments, his mum bought him the Thriller album. And from the moment I opened that album and I saw Michael Jackson lying there with the Tiger Cubs, and then just started listening to the music. And then I think it was a few years, like 87, I think it was, I got into Alexander O'Neill and the Hearsay and all the Jam and Lewis stuff. And then when he did the mixed up, which was the remix, that stuff changed my life. So what I wanted to do was have the two kinds of musics that changed my life and put them together and see what happened. Obviously, R&B is 60%, reggae is 40%. But I think I've managed to do it slightly well. I'm still working on it, but yeah, I just love the vibe of both of them, you know.
Well, that's authentic and very interesting. And I want to play a little game with you, man. I'm gonna show you some pictures, and I want to tell me. Let's pretend I'm a doctor, right? Like, let's just pretend I'm a doctor, okay? I'm a little doctor, okay? And I'm gonna show you some pictures. You know how that goes? You go into the little office, and the doctor says, "I'm gonna show you some pictures. You tell me what comes to mind first." Here we go.
Okay.
Ready?
Therapy.
Picture number one.
Oh, okay. Bob Marley, yes.
What comes to mind there, bro?
For me, Bob Marley's like a prophet, bro. He kind of brings people together. That was his place on earth. That's why he was here not very long at all, you know, God love him. And that's what he did. He brought people together. He showed people how to love without money. You know, that's what Bob Marley is.
I think that qualifies it. So far, you're very sane, bro. You are very sane. And,
is that a good? Was that a good one? Okay.
That's that. What do you think? Yeah, they like that answer. The crowd likes that answer. Here comes picture number 2 for you, bro.
Woo. Oh, okay. Peter Tosh.
Peter Tosh. We're on you see the pattern so far, though. You see the pattern.
We're on. Yeah, I can see the pattern.
I can
see the pattern. It's very. Peter Tosh for me was the reserved, cool vibe for me. You know what I mean? Very talented in his own right, and somewhat in the shade of Bob Marley.
Yeah.
But also as talented. But yeah, I think Peter Tosh was really understated and cool. You know what I mean?
He was a gangster too, and I never saw Bob live, but I did catch Peter Tosh live in the '80s up in Montreal. He opened for the Police with Stevie Ray Vaughan, and it was Peter Tosh and Stevie Ray Vaughan. And it was an incredible show where he's right after that he was murdered, I believe. So, you know, sadly, but his vibe was the opposite of Bob's. It was dangerous. You know what I mean? Everything was his whole entourage was dangerous. Yeah, he was. They were kind of scary, but it was an awesome. And I know that those kind of influences you have as a guy that's in this industry. Here's another one for you. Last photo for you, man. So far, you plugged in, bro. You plugged in. Here's the last one though.
Bunny, God rest his soul.
God rest in peace, man.
God rest his soul. He was a wonderful man. I've met Bunny a couple of times, and yeah, he was just very, very unique, very genuine, and everything. When he spoke to you, everything rhymed. He was still working, still writing, still singing. When he was talking to you, he was amazing, man. But he'd very sorely missed.
Man, that's deep stuff. I knew you could relate to those images, man, and I just wanted to show them to you. Now I'm gonna get to your single in a minute, because that's why you're here. You were here to talk about this record.
I thought you were going to start talking about my mother. I thought might have been a fourth question.
I'm not gonna, I wouldn't do that to you, but I'm gonna
But
tell you
that's
about.
therapy for me, you know. That's therapy.
Hey man, I live kind of vicariously through guys like you that have played consistently in reggae bands, because there's no better band to be in than a reggae band, bro. Especially if you just like to, you know, get up there and just and go along with a real good feeling all night, every night. Having said that, you won't recognize this picture, but this is me back in the day when I was a Rasta, hanging with my brethrens up in Montreal. That's me on the left there, little dreadbacks nodded up there.
Damn.
You know,
Damn.
so, yeah. There was a point where, so you see, I've had a long life,
A little
man.
baby face there.
The little
Like,
baby face, but
baby face.
long drawn. You know, it's a long time
You
ago.
don't look any different, bro. You don't
Hey
look
man,
any different. Pop
hey.
a bit of facial hair.
A whole lot of living. That's all I can tell you, baby. But you know, there was a time when I ran away to Montreal. I joined in a reggae band. I said for 6 months I lived there. I said, this is it. This is it for me. I'm never doing anything else. I'm just gonna be in this band. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah.
But life goes on, and then you eventually make some records, and you move to different parts of the country. Life goes on. Speaking of which, you are still based in England. Tell us where you are over there exactly.
I'm in Birmingham, in right in the centre of the UK, which is the second city. So you got London, then you got Birmingham, and Birmingham is where UB40, Ali, Astro. That's where everybody's from. But I'm still here. I love it. There's no need for me to move. I have everything I need.
Yeah.
And London is 2 hours away, so I'm cool.
And I love London. That's one of my favorite places, man. I worked at Abbey Road there once upon a time. So it was incredible. London is great. But what's with COVID? What's it like over there with the COVID? You know, I mean, when I was in London, it was vivid. It was vibrant. People were everywhere. What's COVID like though?
It's been a year of insanity, really, Jeff. It's been a real weird year. We're kind of at the moment now. We're seeing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully, we're still in lockdown. But hopefully within the next month or so, we'll be gradually coming out of that now. They've got the vaccination on the go, and there's still mask wearing, there's still social distancing, but you know, it looks like live music is about to start kicking off towards August time, you know, so that's something to look forward to.
Wouldn't that be nice, man, if we can get back to the stage and you can get out and perform on this single of yours here?
Wouldn't it be lovely? It would be amazing, and that's what it's for. That's what the song is for.
You need a guitar player. Anytime you need a guitar player, let me know. I'll rock and chuck a lump, chunk along with this one.
You're in.
I love it, man. I love it. The single is called Strong, and it's just dropped on Friday. And you used some people on it that I know. You used my sister on this record, bro.
Really? Oh,
Patty Lacey is my sister.
She's what a wonderful, amazing woman is she. She's God. See, now, Jeff, I grew up listening to Luther. So for me, the honor of having Patty on this track is just next to sublime. And, you know, she when I first heard the track, because I wrote it with a friend of mine called James Elevation. And as soon as I heard the backing track, it was civil rights that hit me straight away. And then we had the brass line put on. And I could just see Bronx in the late 70s, early 80s, you know, when everything kind of had that sepia tone effect to it.
Right, yeah.
And we just carried on with it then. And I heard the backing vocals that I wanted. And when Aaron, my manager, who obviously you know really well, suggested Patty, it was just, geez, you know.
And Patty comes from this illustrious group of musicians and singers, we are all tied together in some way or another. She comes from this group, you know who this is, the Sounds of Blackness.
Oh, really?
I mean, and Patty is somewhere in there in the middle, there to the left somewhere. And she's in there. She's one of the hey, but she's got one of the most unique voices ever. And I remember being around Flight Time at the time when Luther came through, and he really wanted them on his tour. After hearing those tones and the flexibility in those tones, he wanted them on tour because he really admired that ability that the singers had in the group. So bravo for using her.
It's phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. And, you know, going back to Luther's backing vocals, I don't think you can get much better than that from back in the day. He kind of took it out of the box. Big time. You know, I mean, God, you know, you've engineered a load of these tracks that he did. You know, he was next level. And with somebody like Patty in the mix as well,
Yeah.
throwing stuff in as well. I mean, that's what she did with Strong. It was, I had the idea for the backing vocal, and I told it to her, but she took it upon herself to make it what it is now. It was her baby, you know. She changed it, and it was exactly what I envisaged before she even did it. She just hit. It's unbelievable.
Well, she, you know, a lot of experience. You know, you think about it. She worked with the Sounds, traveled all over the world, worked with Luther. Luther's worked with everybody. Luther started as a background singer for Nile Rodgers back in those early Chic records back in the day.
Absolutely.
He made
And
his
Bowie
grind.
as well.
And so he did anything that Nile touched, you know, he was on there singing on that joint. So he brought all of that experience along to anything he did with his own individual stuff. And then he brought Patty into that, and he exposed her to that. And then she came and brought that and exposed that to the rest of the Sounds. And then she exposed that to you and to me. So what I'm saying is that inside of that group, there's a lot of talented people that are open to collaborating with artists like yourself, you know, that have experience that you just can't teach people what some of these people in that photo I just showed you, they know naturally.
Well, this is the thing. I was talking to Aaron a couple of days ago about this, and we was talking about R&B in general and those iconic voices of the ladies of that period of time singing R&B, and you don't get that anymore. No. You really don't get that. And I mean, I'm a one-man mission at the minute. I see in my eyes, I want to try and bring that back. You know, I mean, I'm doing a track on my album called Time, and we're getting Andrea McLean in on that one as well to do some BBs. Patty's going to be on there again as well. But you really don't get it. I want to try and bring those women back. There's no place for them. R&B isn't what R&B used to be back in the day.
No, not at all. Not even
close.
And
it needs that. It needs those stories, those voices, man. That like I said, you don't get it no more.
Well, you know what I thought about when I listened to your song. It made me feel good. It uplifted me, and I like I love the rhythm. I love a nice reggae rhythm, but most importantly, I thought it was a song. It felt like a song to me, which surprised me. And I thought, that's pleasant. I'm playing a song right now, as opposed to just some stuff, you know, some beat or whatever. Yeah. Like that's what usually people, you know, say to me, here's my beat, you know, or whatever. Yeah. But I was playing a song, and I like that there's that songwriter quality element to it. And is that your passion, to write some hit songs to change the world? What's going on with
changing the world would be a lovely thing, but for me, it's, as a songwriter, it truly is. I like stories, and I try to keep them as close to my personal self and experiences that I've gone through as much as possible. This song for me, I wrote on my first album a song called Happy, and it was about mental health awareness, and it had such a reaction with people. I got so many wonderful messages how it helped people. For me, this Strong now was like a step further again. It was like it's like the big brother of Happy. It's more mature, and it touches on the civil rights, the BLM. It touches on LGBT. It touches on mental health awareness, the climate, and just anybody who's, you know, different. You know, there's a lot of people out there that feel different and don't fit in, and it's okay to be cool with that, you know. And that's what the song's about.
Right. I'm loving that, man. I'm loving it. And it sounds really good. I think it was. Did you record this in England?
We recorded it in England. Yeah, we James and I wrote it and recorded it in Birmingham in our studio, along with the rest of the album. And we just sent the track over to Patty to do the vocals, and she just smashed it. And we've done a similar thing with the rest of the album. We've got some wonderful people. I've done a duet with the wonderful Desi DeLauro, who is partners with Ricky Pajayo, who's Madonna's MD, and she does a wonderful thing called Parlor Social on Facebook, which is just her and Ricky, and she's a phenomenal singer. And we've done a duet which is like old school kind of Dinah Ross, Lionel Richie vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just some you'll love it, Jeff. Honestly, you really will love it. It's
well, I'm looking forward to it. Back. I'm looking forward to it, and can I get a guitar track on there? Can I get a rhythm on that? One of those? Can I get a little chunka somewhere? Hook me up. On your record, dog.
Absolutely. You went quiet. Sorry, Jeff. Yeah, absolutely. All day long. You're in. In fact, I'm gonna phone the guitarist now and sack him. So you're
No, don't do that because I don't got no time, man. I ain't got no
I'm
time.
gonna fire him.
No, do that.
Don't
Don't do that.
And let me down, Jeff.
Don't do that. Don't fire no young guy, man. Let that brother work because I've been there in them shoes.
You built me up and let me down, man.
Hey, man, listen. Here's the thing, bro. You're doing great things. You know, UB40. Are you guys still touring? Is the group still making it happen?
We were supposed to be touring this year, but it got cancelled because of the COVID thing. So we've moved it back. I think it's going to be March 2022. Now we're doing a full arena tour. But we're doing some shows towards the end of this year, some festivals, yeah.
Good.
Ali and Astro will be there, yeah, so hopefully I'll be with them as well.
That's going to be great, man. It'll be great to be able to see, just see that energy again. And people need that, bro. People are missing live music more than they know.
I just think that contact with people, you know, getting together and enjoying music and being with each other and smiling and laughing, enjoying the time. That's what we need again. Yeah,
remember when you could just go to a party and like kiss a girl and stuff?
No, it's been a long time since I've done that, bro.
Yeah, that's
a long time, you know. I think the wife's listening, so it's been a long time.
Hey, my girl's listening to it. But it's just a thought. I mean, it's like a movie in my mind, like a small movie in the corner of my mind. Go to a party, kiss a girl. But now you can't even do that because you got that mask on. Matter of fact, it's funny is you don't even know what really people really even look like. You like see that mask, you're like, oh, you're cute. You're like, oh, but are you? And then you have that doubt. You're like, oh, maybe you're not cute. I don't know. I should back up because I rushed into this and I don't know what's behind here. Anyway,
well, you've done it because they've got the welder's visor as well. That's the
cruel.
thing.
That's cruel. That's really cruel of you to start to bring that up. Matt Hoy is my guest, everybody. Matt Hoy from UB40, a singer, songwriter, producer, has this new single out called Strong. Matt Hoy, I'm so glad you could come to my show, man, and I've probably taken enough of your time with all this babble I got, man. And
it's an absolute pleasure, Jeff. I've had a wonderful time.
It's awesome. You know what? I want to give a shout out to Aaron Cashley Stewart and John KT. These guys are working, man. Those are some lovely fellows, man, and they are really always working for you, man.
Aaron and John have been behind the scenes on this, pushing, and they've done an amazing job, an absolute amazing job. Think they do things that even I don't even think of, you know, and it's done. So.
They definitely have your back, man, and that's a cool thing. Hey, man, did I show you a little bit of my studio? Here's my overhead. This is how I'm running this whole show. There's nothing in the red cup, but sweet. That's just like sweet tea there. And then I got this angle over here. What's up, bro? That's me in the joint. That's what. That's my studio. So this is, you know, I mean, I've collected a lot of baubles, bro. It's nothing impressive. Don't be impressed by my baubles. I don't throw anything away. I don't throw nothing away. That's what's going on here. But look, man.
Well, listen, I need to go because I need to go and fire that guitarist, you know.
Well, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, never fire that guitar. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this was my guest today, Matt Hoy. Thank you, Matt, so much for tuning in to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madjef Show. Welcome, Matt Hoy, today. Matt, take it easy and best of luck with your single. Thanks again for coming on the show.
Take care, brother. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Matt Hoy. He's a great guy, man. You know, it's just wonderful being able to reach out and meet people, talk to people, and get to know people that you don't know. You know what I mean? Open up your boundaries a little bit, expand a little bit. Guess what? That's me. I'm Madjef. I'm on the Facebook app. I'm on the IG app. I'm on the Twitter app. You can find me at all these places over here. Support my store. I got a little Shopify on my YouTube right there. I got like some sample CDs and beat making kits that people buy and use and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And guess what? I'm also an author. I've written some books to help the young folks try to understand a little bit about the music business and some of the stuff that I've been through, and even an esports book because I do some online gaming and streaming company ecosystem design in my spare time. I don't know when that would be, but I do find time to do these things. That's me. That's who I am. Guess what? My next guest is coming on the show, and his name is Michael Bland. You know him as drummer for the new power generation under Prince and for Soul Asylum, one of the hardest hitting alt rock groups that's ever come out of the onto the scene. So I can't wait to get my guy on the studio and chop it up a little bit with him. If you watched the show tonight and been on the stream, guess what? You literally have been entered into the drawing. If you commented or said anything at all here in my comments and I posted your comment, you literally entered the doggone thing, man. You in the contest, man. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for tuning into the show today. I'm so glad that you could be here. And guess what? Before I let you go, I just want to say that my goal here is real simple. And I want to help artists connect with the audience that I might have, or people that might know me or think they know me. Nobody knows me. But you know what? Bridging the gap, vines and branches reconnecting. Music is for everybody, and it's just really connect us across the ocean and so forth and across the world, like on a regular basis. And that's what we've just done tonight by bringing my man all the way in from London. People are loving your song right now. It's a beautiful melody and a wonderful voice. I would have to agree. Call him by the single. Because right now, what you got is the overdub with Madjef on the top. And you don't want that. People, thank you so much for tuning into the Madjef Music Show. Till we meet again, I gotta go.
You take away our confidence.
Hey.
Not now, not ever will you make us feel.
That's fire. Do not burn yourself on the way out, audience. Just slide up against the wall and itch on out there. There you go. Till we meet again. Peace.